What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and today I have Chisco back on the channel, and we're going to be making Cao Cao one of the best commanders for attacking barbarians. Back on the channel again, Chisco. It's a pleasure to have you as always, and I came at you today saying that it was time for me to spend some sculptures on a legendary commander. And why don't we tell everyone what we discussed about, what we had our discussion about before we get into anything else. But again, first of all, thanks so much for coming down to the channel again.
Hey, pleasure to be here. Always enjoy jumping on your show.
Thanks, man. So when I was talking about legendaries, you told me, well, you gave me a few options. Why don't we talk about with everyone what those options were?
So, you were talking about like, okay, which of these legendary commanders should I be investing in? And I think that's a really interesting question. And of course, it depends on what you want to be doing. If you want to be attacking player cities, then commanders like Caesar and Frederick are really interesting choices because their skills and talent trees lend themselves toward that. If you want to be battling barbarians, then Cao Cao is a really great choice because he's got the barbarian damage. He also happens to be really strong in open field combat, which is something that if you are participating in player versus player combat is more likely to be up your alley.
Agreed.
And I think, you know, there are other commanders you could buy into, which are sort of expensive, like Minamoto or also Hannibal Barca. But we took those off the table because at this time, that's not something that you're interested in doing.
Right. So it's Cao Cao. That's what we're going to be investing everything in today. Not only are we going to be starring him up and skilling him up, but we're going to redo his talent tree to turn him into a more of a primary commander rather than a secondary commander. So we have a pretty full episode here for you guys. And remember, if you do like Rise of Civilizations, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for daily videos. And again, in the description below, Chisco's channel link will be there. Check him out as well for daily Rise of Civilizations videos. Now, okay, so when we go over to the skills right now, we have the first two unlocked. I know I broke the rules again, but we have 326 sculptures that we can use towards him. And I think we're going to be spending quite a few of those today in this episode. So what's the plan here, man?
You know, this is kind of interesting. We really want to max that first skill. And because you're going to be using him for hunting barbarians, it's not the end of the world if they land in the second skill either. I think it's actually kind of underrated in your ability to push through content. So I'm kind of on that plan. Normally what you might do is max the first skill, then level them up to unlock the third skill. Try to max the third skill and then proceed to unlock the fourth skill. That's what you would do if you were trying to sort of optimize your chances of getting the things you want for player versus player combat.
Right.
In this case, we're more hunting for that perfect barbarian slayer, so it's not the worst that these points may land on the first two skills.
All right, so what we're going to do right now is use them here and get these maxed out, and then we're going to start with the stars.
Yeah, let's see if we can max the first one first, and if we can, then we'll level them up.
All right, let's see what we could do here. So we're going to, what am I doing here? We want to use these right now, and what do I do?
So you want to tap the 10. It's basically the number that is required, and then hit confirm.
Okay, so we're going to go one at a time. I'm not going max is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, no, don't go max.
Okay,
one at a time. Oh, and you have enough now, so you can hit the X. There you go.
Okay, so we're going to go with the upgrade, and it's going to go to skill for the barbarians, the one that we didn't want to go, typical of what goes on here on my channel.
Let me tell you, I've got that skill max on my Cao Cao, and I don't regret it for a second. It's so good.
Well, hopefully, man, because that's the route we're going. Let's do it again and see what we got here. Okay, so we're even 3. You know, it does typically go in even fashion because I've been in this position before. We're going to use 30 right there, confirm, and it looks like we're going to do the upgrade again, and we got the first dragon rider. Yes.
Doing it, man.
We're doing it, and we're going to confirm one more time, and here we go, upgrading for the barbarians. It's fine. 40, confirm. Upgrade. Okay, skill 1. Now, do we want to star him up now, or should I go and just get the second one all done?
I think we do. And that makes your commander a little bit more versatile, a little stronger for PvP. And, you know, in the long term, you're going to want to get him leveled up pretty quickly, I think, and unlock the fourth skill as well.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, I had my Minamoto sitting at, I think it was like 5-3-3. For a very long time because I wanted to max out those skills before I advanced to the fifth skill. So, or sorry, the fourth skill. So
Right.
I think that's a fine choice either way.
So why don't we go to the stars and we'll let luck fall into place. So we're gonna come on over here and we are gonna go over to the stars. Now, how do you want me to use these stars? Am I going with 5 and 1? Is that gonna be the plan for now?
Normally, you would be using 5 of the basics and 1 of the bundles because you're trying to max the experience. In this case, you actually don't need to. You can just use 5 basics because you're going to get that third star easy.
So we're not
So-
going for 4 stars today. We're only going for 3.
We're only going for 3
Okay,
right
so
now, anyways.
if I add this right now, it's gonna completely fill that up. Is that correct?
Yeah. And you might get extra, but you're going to level them up eventually, anyways. So I think
Yeah.
that's fine.
All right, so we got the upgrade. He's a 3-star commander right now, which means we're going to go back into the skills again, opening up that third slot, and we're going to continue on with this right here to try and build him up and hope that they all go into that third slot, which is clearly not going to happen, but at least we'll hope. Okay, there's one.
Hey, doing it.
One in the right direction. We have the sculptures here, so why not use them, right? Why not make someone a beast? There's 2.
Adds up real fast.
Yeah, we're quickly running low on sculptures. I'll tell you that. They go quickly. Here we go. And 4. This is unbelievable. This is
Echo, you're doing it.
This never happens, man. All right, we're going to go in the last one. 50 of them confirm. And let's hope it goes for that horsey right up here. We want Tiger Knight, but we're going to see. Upgrade. All right, we got the barbarians. It was bound to happen. So there we sit right here with his skills. Are you happy with what you're looking at?
Dude, he is a monster.
Yes.
You're going to do so well either against barbarians or in open field combat. Using him as the primary, Minamoto or Pelagius as the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people are going to fear the day that they run into your troops. So I feel pretty good about everything that just happened.
I like the sounds of that. But now the final stage of all of this is going to this talent tree. And as you can see, I had him built as a secondary commander. He was always running into battle behind Minamoto, but these are now changing. So we're going to reset this talent tree and you're going to help me build something more epic for being a lead commander.
Yeah, I mean, I think because he's going to be your primary now and you're focused on barbarians, we got to go into that peacekeeping tree. So
okay,
let's reset those talents.
Done.
And
it's that simple. 19 to spend right here.
yeah, so I think we want to focus on making you, first of all, get some efficiency against barbarians.
Okay.
So the efficiency related talents are at the bottom half of the tree. One, I think, looks like an eagle. The other looks like a scroll. It increases the amount of experience you're getting from killing barbarians and
Okay.
also reduces the action point cost for battling them.
Okay, so I'm working my way towards quick study and towards insight, correct?
Yep.
All right, let's do that. We're going to go the 3 upgrades in that center position, which was defense of all troops. We're going to go over to insight and upgrade 3 times. And that reduces the action point cost of attack barbarians and other neutral units by 10. So that's pretty sweet. The scroll right here is going to be upgraded 3 times, which is going to bring me to increases experience obtained by defeating barbarians by 15%. This is perfect. Exactly what we're building him towards. Wow, you do know what you're talking about, man.
I got you covered, my friend.
I know you do.
I got you covered.
All right, where to
So,
next?
Now we got to make you smash barbarians a little bit better.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go to the top half of the tree.
Okay.
And Killer Instinct, which is what you're looking at now, is pretty good. It increases normal attack damage. The one below it, which looks like a flail, Domination, increases skill damage. Because you've got Cao Cao's first skill maxed,
Yeah.
we want to get Domination. Let's up your skill damage. And we might even have enough points to get both of those.
Yep, and we're getting attacking of all troops. We are going to have enough for both of these right now, man. And that's where the final points are going to be spent right here. So we're going to upgrade to max right here. Domination increases the skill damage dealt to barbarians and other neutral units by 15%. This guy's going to be a boss, man.
He's really going to be quite formidable.
Yes.
I mean, like, this is a very strong commander.
I love it. And now the Killer Instinct increases normal attack damage dealt to barbarians by 9%. So, wow, he is he's looking fresh. Now, would it be worth me spending any more stars to star him up to get more points here for the talent tree? Is that
You absolutely are going to want to.
Mhm.
You could do that today. You could do it later. If we go back into those talents, let's just go over kind of what folks might pick up once you do level this guy up, or if
Yep.
your Cao Cao is higher level.
Mhm.
I really like the talents that are in the bottom half of the tree. One looks like a bag of loot. and the other looks like a horse, that's what you were looking at there. Trophy
Yep.
Hunter gives you some amount of resource chests for every pack of barbarians you kill.
Ooh, I like that.
I like getting resources. I
Me
mean,
too,
like,
man.
I have no shortage of need for those, so
So
that's
we're
one that I like to pick up.
so he's farming while farming barbarians. So I mean, it's loot upon loot.
I'm all about efficiency, and the bottom half of this peacekeeping tree delivers on that.
Mm-hmm.
Thoroughbreds is also excellent because it increases your march speed.
Yeah.
Also, you'll notice the first dot after the eagle uh, also increases march speed.
Mm-hmm.
So there's good stuff in there. Now, if we look at the top half of the tree, there's a icon of a griffin, and that talent increases your rally damage. So if you were the one leading rallies, which would be relevant for the Karok ceremony, or if you're doing forts,
Mm-hmm.
then Mighty Force is an exceptional set of talents to pick up. I have those on my rally leaders, and I love it. I love the extra damage.
So would
The
it be?
talent-
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, so the talents that I struggle with a little bit are the axe and the leaf. Double-edged sword, and then the leaf, which is at the very top of that tree.
Hmm. It also increases the damage taken by the units as well.
See, that's where I struggle. So
Yeah.
that is very powerful if you are dealing damage but not taking damage.
Right.
When would that be the case? If you have another army tanking, then this is a really good talent to pick up.
Right.
Because then you're going to get to do 15% more skill damage, and you're not taking the skill damage from them. So you're getting actually a lot of edge, and that set of talents is very, very strong in that situation.
But you need the tanking units in front of you. It
You've got
must
to have
happen.
the tanking army first, though. That's right. Now,
Mhm.
the leaf at the top of the tree, I played with this for a long time, Curing Chant, and it's got a healing factor of 500 at the conclusion of a battle, which I guess is really good if you're battling either low-level barbarians, which I'm not exactly sure why you'd be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's also good, potentially. I don't know if you remember during, I think it was Thanksgiving, maybe there was some event where you had to stay out in the wild as
Yes.
long as possible.
Yep. Just barbarians after barbarians.
In that context, it's relevant, but I would much rather have talents that end the fight faster so that I don't
Yeah.
have to heal at the end for some measly healing factor 500.
Yeah. Good
That
point.
I feel like that's got to be doubled or tripled to really be worth picking up for most situations.
Yeah, I completely understand and agree. It would be great for that event when you had to stay out in the battlefield, but that doesn't happen regularly. It's a special event, so why spend the points on a special event?
Honestly, I think
Yeah.
they've only had that event once.
Yeah. So it's a really special event.
Yeah, maybe it'll come back. We'll see.
So I wouldn't mind getting some of these things that you really liked, like the extra resources specifically. So why don't we work our way towards that? What am I going to have to do to get the talent points to move up to that position?
So to get Trophy Hunter, you're going to need, I think, just 4 talent points,
Okay.
which is pretty easy. Let me just confirm that.
Yeah,
Might be 5, but
I'm going to need 1 here.
oh yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's it. So let's get that, man. I think that would be very beneficial for what I'm trying to do. Basically, because I love farming. Like you, the #1 farmer in your kingdom, I always am trying to get that loot. I just want to make myself more powerful. That's basically my focus. So that would really help that when attacking those barbs. So am I going to have to Tome of Knowledge this man up?
Yep, you're gonna have to put some experience tomes on this guy.
Let's do it. I mean, I have plenty of experience tomes. Am I going to have to get him all the way to 30 right now? Is that the plan?
You could just do 4 levels, and that'll get you the
That's
Trophy
it.
Hunter talents.
Okay,
That's it.
so all right, that's easy enough. We're gonna go. There's 1 level right there. There's 2. There's 3, and there's 4. That was painless, man. That
Easy peasy.
easy
Now-
peasy.
You do want to take him to that next star level, and you could do it right away,
Mhm.
but I feel like that 3rd skill on Cao Cao is so good, you might want to wait till you have more sculptures, finish up that 3rd skill before you
Right.
advance any further.
Because we only need 1 more, and that this could come fairly quickly depending on how much luck I have in the game. So you're saying wait until the 4th one, until the 3rd skill's maxed, then move on to the next level.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
So we're not going to star him up anymore. We did get the 4 talent points that we needed. So I'm going to go right here, add some defense of all troops, and then we're going to add the 3 into Trophy Hunter because I like loot, and that's really the main reason behind that. Cool,
Love it, man.
So
Great choices.
are you happy with how things look right now? Are there any additional things you'd like to add to this or mention before we close out and have an awesome build for people?
I think you're going to really smash on the battlefield with this guy, and eventually you'll want to make your way to a full cavalry army.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to that top tree, that's where, after you get your sort of peacekeeping talents into a place that you want, you might
Mm-hmm.
start to explore
Okay.
different talents that are up here. And I'll just call attention to the skull with the flames, since that is rage generating, and I
Mm-hmm.
love stuff that generates rage. I don't know if I've
Crage?
given off that vibe yet. Crage, if you will. Crazy
Yes.
rage.
Crazy
That's
Rage.
one word. I'm all about crage. So that's something I think I might head toward.
Okay.
And that's something that is only sort of relevant if you start to move toward that full cavalry army.
Right.
And the reason I'm steering you away from mobility is that you really haven't built your Cao Cao for battling other players right now.
Right.
If you were concerned about that, and that's a thing you wanted to focus on, you'd probably have a combination of mobility and cavalry.
Okay. Well, that's good tips to know, and maybe at some point we'll get to that. But for now, we're focused on the barbarians, which is great because this is really a specific video for all the players out there looking that have these legendary sculptures, that are looking to invest in one legendary commander, and that are really focused on those barbarians. And that's kind of the position that I'm in. So you really added some great guidance for me so that I didn't waste those sculptures, because again, especially for free-to-play players, they are not easy to come by and they could take some time. So you don't want to spend them improperly.
And there's actually two more things we ought to talk about, which is that because you generally are more in the free-to-play realm,
Mm-hmm.
a part of the reason we didn't invest in legendary garrison commanders is that you should be avoiding combat rather than seeking it out.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have gone for one of those commanders, but you're probably better off bubbling or teleporting than trying to take the full force of some very strong player's attack. So that's a part of what I really like about your direction with Cao Cao there.
Well, I like it as well. And speaking of bubbling, I'm actually bubbled up right now just so I don't get killed again. I was zeroed just about a week ago. It hurts so bad, man. 60 million in resources just gone. And I love my resources, but
I know.
it hurt, man. It hurt. But I'm feeling pretty good. Really happy about Cao Cao being one of my top commanders right now, and really making the switch, because it was always Minamoto and Cao Cao, and now we made the switch to Cao Cao and Minamoto backing him up. So it should be exciting.
Yeah, I like that. And this was a smart play, just sort of picking one and investing heavily, because they're going to be a real force to deal with. I'm excited about where you're headed with this guy.
I am too. Maybe some videos to come in the near future about these guys on the battlefield demonstrating this insane force that they have. Any last things that you want to talk about, maybe specifically to this, or even specifically about your channel? Maybe talk about what you do there, where people could find you and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of guides that try to give you bleeding edge advice about commanders, preparing for war, the whole 9 yards. If that's stuff that you're interested in, please do check it out. And if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll try to keep my eyes on that and answer those for you.
Yeah, he's done a great job, guys, of actually being in the comments of the videos that he's in on my channel, just to kind of guide you guys, and of course in the comments of his own channel. So the link is going to be in the description below, as well as at the end of the video in a card and all that great stuff. So make sure you check out his channel. And if you enjoy yourself while you're there, give him that subscription, because it's a man trying to make it over here with great content. So thanks so much again for coming on the channel today, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Anytime. We'll do it again soon. Guys, for today, that's been it. Remember, you could find me over on Discord. Link is there or in the description below, or hit me up on Twitter at EchoThroughMe. I'll see all of you guys back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.